So Comic Tom drops his top 10 list late last night. So this way JP's Budget Collecting couldn't review his top 10 list. I am here to avenge you. Stick around. Am I getting stupider and stupider with my intros or what? I don't care. It's comic books. I'm having fun. Welcome back, family. Thanks for joining yet again. And we are here to review Comic Tom's top 10 list of the hottest trending books for the week. He dropped it last night. Usually drops it like real early in the morning on Sunday. But this time he dropped it real late at night on Sunday. And I didn't have time before I fell asleep to make a video. So I went to work, processed out everything in my brain. Here we go. Move over. Make room for the books that are going to pop up here. Don't forget, there'll also be a Remember Me pick at the end. So if you like the content that you're seeing, though, don't forget to like and subscribe and click on notifications. Okay, so coming in at number 10, and a lot of the books are actually, 9 of the books are, 8 of the books, Lucasfilm, Star Wars, Batman, Spider-Man. There's like one book here that's really, I don't know. Let's just hit the list, shall we? Coming in number 10, Star Wars number 17. Coming out, Raws are at $75 and a 9.8 hitting 430. Now this is the first appearance of Quinlan Vos. If you haven't been watching the Obi-Wan series, I apologize. This could be a little spoiler, but they did a name drop of Quinlan. If you remember, if you watch Star Wars Rebels, there's a really, really great episode where Quinlan and Obi-Wan are chasing down, and they went in a pretty good fight scene with Cad Bane, where 2 Jedi against Cad Bane, and they couldn't beat him. I mean, Cad Bane didn't win either. He just kind of, a long, drawn-out fight, and Cad Bane got away. But I remember, Obi-Wan saying, being told he had to work with Quinlan. He's like, oh, no, not anyone but him. Because the personalities didn't exactly mesh, but they complement each other. So based on the news, the fact that they name dropped Quinlan Vos, it shot up to $75 for a Raw and $430 for a 9.8. It really wasn't that much lower in the first place. But we don't know if we're going to get this character. I personally think we are, because I think he's a great character. I think that fans would love to see him. If we don't get this character, this price is going to drop quite a lot 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks after the show ends, because it's like what Cad Bane, when he first appeared in Book of Boba Fett, everything shot up, and then he gets gunned down, and everything went back down. Psst, he's not dead. If you look at the heart monitor, it's still beeping. So Cad Bane will be back. So if they just name dropped him, then it's not going to mean much. But if he does appear, this book is going to have a second spike up. So if you can, I would recommend trying to look for this book and try to secure a raw copy, good grade, good condition raw copy. Try to get one, if you can, try to find one around a 60, 65 mark. It's going to be tough right now because everybody's talking about it. If you can't, and you miss this one, you miss this one. If he does not appear in the next 3 episodes, I'd wait about 5 or 6 weeks, make this a Remember Me, and then pick this one up after the prices come back down, because I think this character will be used in the future. I don't think they would have name dropped him if they didn't plan on using him in the future. Coming in number 9, Willow, number 1. $20 for a Raw, $400 for a 9.8 because of a trailer drop. Now, again, it's a spike up for a show that we knew was coming. I mean, this has been announced. It was on that record player. And it's getting a bump right now because the trailer's dropping. Wait for it. If you really want this book, I personally don't. If you really want this book, wait a few weeks, wait a month and a half, 2 months or whatever, it'll go back down again. You want to put the series together. From what I heard, number 3 is a tough one to get. So keep your eyes open for that one. Coming number 8, and oh my God. Batman number 423, the MegaCon foil variant. $250 for Raws, and people have spent up to, he said 700. I actually looked, it was 710. Now, I looked at the eBay sold history of this. I was looking at this with Greg just right before recording this video. And every single sale was between 100 and 150. Like clockwork. 150, 150, 100, 125, 150, 150, 149, blah, 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 blah. May 29th, Comic Tom's video drops. Next auction, $710. If you see a book that every single one is $150 maximum, why would you bid up to a $710 for a book unless you had the ultimate FOMO? And then the next two auctions after that, $499, $500, because they had set a new precedent for something that did not need to be set. This is everybody trying to grab a hold of a book that they think is going to just continue to go even higher. And when everybody gets their book sold, and everybody just says, forget it, because, there's going to be a lot of people that are buying this book just for the speculation value of it, and not for the fact that they really want to have that book. So when everything all irons itself out again, this book is going to come crashing back down. Please do not spend $700 for this book. Do not spend $400 for this book. Wait for it to come back down. It'll be back to its $150 where it was in about 3 months. Coming in number 7, Raiders of the Lost Ark number 1. $12 for a raw, $370 for a 9.8. I've seen so many Raiders of the Lost Ark books in dollar bins, in $3 bins. I would continue to look there. I'm sure you're going to find a bunch of them in there. This is all because of Willow and Star Wars and anything related to Lucas. Plus, also, we got a date for the next Indiana Jones movie, which we already knew was coming. Okay, it's another one of those, the books here. We know there's a movie coming, and there's news. Wink! And everybody comes back down and comes, this is when you buy it, and then all of a sudden there'll be a trailer. So, but this is its true value. So this is where you want to buy it. This is where you want to sell it. And this is where it is. That's where you buy it. Number 6, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 13, The Birth of Billy. $50 for a raw, $177 for a 9.8. Now, two things. One, I don't put much stock in birth of characters. Birth of Cable, X-Men number 201. I mean, Billy was a big deal at that point because we knew she was coming, and the birth was pretty much the only issue that we knew about. Okay, it's like the birth of Billy and Tommy. Yes, it is the Vision of Scarlet Witch limited series number 12 of 12, but that's not the book that everybody goes after. It's more like they want to see them as adults. So I think the Miles Morales 13 is anticipating a character that they hope is going to become good. And that was the only book that people could buy that had Billy, so that's why they were buying it. Now that Spider-Man number 38 and all of its variants and the 1 in 50 and everything else are out, it gives people something else to invest in. If you are going to be looking at the Spider-Man 13 and you want to speculate on that, my personal thought is I'd go for the second print. Second print 9.8s are going for about $180, about the same price as the first print. But Billy's actually on the cover. And I think long run, if the birth of Billy is something, then I think that'll be the better investment. Coming in number 5, Spider-Man number 2, the 1 in 25 Derek Cho. Or Cho. I don't know. $25 for Raws, but as low as $15. It's an okay cover. I'm not overly impressed with the cover. I'm even less impressed with the storyline and the cover A art and everything about this. If you've got a 1 in 25 that's selling for as low as 15, this is not going. It's already not holding value. For a 1 in 25 to really be a good book, it's got to be selling for 60, 70, 80, not 15, 20. So I don't think the art's that great. I know the story's not that great. I'm not getting it. Number 4, Star Wars High Republic Adventures Annual number 1. There's a mouthful. First appearance of Porter Engle. $25 for a Raw, $150 for a 9.8. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the first series of the Star Wars High Republic adventures is over, and they're going to the next series, which is going to be backdating it like 150 years. If that's the case, this is something we talked about months ago when the character first came out. If it goes back 150 years, it's going to be predating that character. So that character's not going to appear in it. Maybe if they bring all these things forward down the line, if you could pick up a really high-grade copy for 20, okay. I'd stay away from the 150. I think that book, a lot of copies getting submitted to CGC. Wait for them to flood the market as they all get returned, and the price they'll saturate the market and drive the price down. Coming at number 3, Horizon Zero Dawn, number 1. $4 for an average sale. That's called cover price. $50 for a 9.8. That's called nobody cares. This is a comic book from a video game, okay? And anytime you can buy your average price for a 9.8 CGC slab book is $50, means there is no demand for it, okay? Because you're looking at $40 just to have it graded. Jeez. Boom. Number 2. This is a blue chip book. Star Wars number 2. The original 1977 series. And I should put my copy out. It's only a 7.5 CBCS, but it's one of my books that I got from Shane, so it'll never go anywhere. $200 for a Raw. $6,100 for a 9.8. First appearance of Han Solo, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan, Millennium Falcon, Greedo for his short-lived appearance. A improperly drawn, because they didn't know what he would look like, Jabba the Hutt is actually in that. It's a great book. It really, really is. This is the wrong time to buy it because of the Obi-Wan series, but Star Wars books of this time frame, they don't do this. They do this. So you might, at the end of the series, have a little bit of a drop. A little bit. But it's not going to be a tremendous lot. So you're going to have a narrow window if you want to get a good condition copy of this in a Raw. Let's look at the calendar real quick. 8th, 15th. The final episode will be airing on the 22nd. If you're going to a show on the 4th of July, that's the book. That's the time to look for that book. It's not going to go much lower than what you find at that time. Okay. And coming in number 1, speaking of Obi-Wan number 1. This is the new 2022 series. And the reason that this is spiking up so high is because Ewan McGregor is doing a signing at CGC, which I think Craig told me was $325 for a signature. Yikes. Now, you have the regular copy. You have the 1 in 10, which is more of a photo variant. I'm actually giving both of them away with the secret, if you know the secret words from our reaction videos from the Obi-Wan series. So, I mean, they actually have a nice prize package. You got 3 different comic books. I got the Star Wars 1977 number 5, Obi-Wan number 1, Obi-Wan number 1, 1 in 10. Got a sealed 1999 action figure of Obi-Wan. I've got an original 1977 action figure of Obi-Wan and a sealed in the box, and I'm looking at it right now. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi Art FX Plus 1 in 10 pre-painted model kit. So, and that's sealed, brand new in the box. We're making 6 videos. Each one's got a magic word, secret word, whatever it is. You get all 6 secret words. The end of the last video, send them to me in at Instagram, Ohana_comics, and I enter you in the drawing, worldwide shipping. I just want to have another chance to grow the channel and have some fun. So, yes, that's the top 10 list. Nothing in there that I think you really need to rush out and grab. Keep your eyes open for a Star Wars 2 in the next few weeks. If you can still find a Star Wars 17 that hasn't been marked up in price, I'd grab that. Other than that, High Republic Adventures, wait a few weeks for it to dry down. stay away from Horizon Zero Dawn. But we need a Remember Me pick. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I've said several books in here are books that don't buy it right now because it's too hot. It's in the news. Wait for it to come down. But you want to wait till everybody forgets it, which also means that you and I have forgotten about it. So this is that book jumping up going, remember me? I'm the one you told me, you said you wanted to buy later. Okay. So the book that has come down in price because the hype is off right now, but I think will go back up again. Well, I've talked about the first appearance of Agatha Harkness, but right now I'm talking about Fantastic Four number 110, the first cover appearance of Agatha Harkness. When Agatha appeared in WandaVision, everything shot up, and the series was over, came back down. Then he announced Agatha was getting her own series, everything shot up again. Now, everything's back down. What's going to happen when the trailer comes out for Agatha's series? Everything's going to go back up. You're going to have your first appearance of Agatha, your first cover appearance of Agatha right here. These are going to shoot back up again. But right now, since nobody's buying these, this is your time to take a look and try to find them, to add them to your collection when they're at the bottom of the peak. As Reggie would say, a blue ocean book. So, 6 months ago, these books were selling for $40 in raw. Now they're selling for as low as $10 in the raw. $40 will get you a really nice copy. Now, you're not going to get a super deal on this. This is still a 15-cent Silver Age Fantastic Four book. But you're going to get a first cover appearance of Agatha Harkness on a Silver Age Fantastic Four book. When we know Fantastic Four books are going to go up when the movie drops. Agatha Harkness is going to go up when the trailer drops. This is tapping into multiple fields here, and I think this is a great time to try to look for and secure a great copy. Guys, hopefully you found this information helpful. Hopefully JP is sitting there going, yeah, go get them. Because JP's Budget Collecting always goes after misinformation. Information that can influence the market. Now, I only have 670 subscribers. I never want to give any information that I think is going to steer somebody down the wrong direction, especially if it may be for personal gain. No. This is a hobby. This is comic books. This is supposed to be fun. And when there's somebody out there that has got 55,000 subscribers and probably twice as many people actually watch his video, can make comments that can send the book up 5 times its actual price. That's a lot of people that are making really bad investments. And somebody, I think, we all need to stick together and help each other see through the BS. The brown Fantastic Fours. That's what we got to watch out for. Guys, thanks for joining yet again. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I really appreciate you joining me for this time. I'm going to make sure I get this out tonight. You don't care how late it is. Till I see you on Wednesday for New Comic Book Day. Mahalo.